Crone Corkin, thank you so much for the subscription. Hopefully this match happens so that you will be able to have a wonderful viewing experience. It's wonderful to have you here. 14 months. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, got it. I thought you subscribed 14 months at one time, and I was like, boy, you crazy. But no, 14 months in total. Thank you so much. Ambone with the crazy dancing green M&M, making my mind corrupt, making my mind go bonkers. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. It's wonderful to have y'all in here. T Forcynth, XPy T, and of course, Hambone and Crone Corkin. Thank you all so much. Key to Truth as well. With an on-screen celebration. I don't know what that means, but I miss it. I don't know what happened with the on-screen celebration, but Key to Truth, thank you so much. Crone Corkin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad that you are enjoying everything. It's great to see you in here. I appreciate you so much. If you got a gift sub, give him a shout out. Tangy, Jared, Stu, Huaman Chuko, and Puffy. You've also got the gigantic emote from Key to Truth. Thank you so much, Peter Boof. And of course, Chrome Corkin. All right, match hopefully on the way. We're waiting for one more player. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Chrome Corkin. It was an investment. It definitely was an investment. But I'm really happy with how it's paid off so far. It's been worth it. I know that's right, Kitachu. The Greed gifting a sub to the Chits. Thank y'all so much. Riding on the hype train. Hype trains do not really happen on this stream, so thank y'all very much. I appreciate you. Cheers. Welcome in, y'all. We are going to have a match on our hands. It is going to be Khalsa team up against Yushone Warriors. Khalsa team on the Survivor side, as we're going to go straight into the hit. I'm very excited that they were able to get their last player in so that this match can actually happen. Again, thank you to everyone who contributed to the hype train. Massive shout out once more, Crone Corkin and the rest of y'all. It was a group effort, much appreciated. And just to get that out of the way one more time before we bring in the tank, I do very much appreciate it. So we have a Charger, Smoker, and a Boomer here for Yushone Warriors, and actually CDC is at a pretty bad spot for a Boomer to just drop in, and Tank is just gonna roll it in here. Into the corner goes Nicholas, and yeah, why would you not capitalize on this? Because if they walk the other way, it's so annoying and difficult to get a corner for the Tank, but oh, getting danced on, and he does go down even with the pill pop. Double boom in the meantime, chasing it down, long arm, finding Rochelle, big smack, and goes for the walk away. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, but Charger does manage to land, bringing it back in, and he is probably going to be able to finish the job at this point. Down goes the Smoker, 1400 HP left for Yushone himself. Team's namesake of the Yushone Warriors, but he gets stuck on the tree. And we are going to have a split here. Might be able to finish him off at this point. Yes, they will be able to do so. SIs are available. And in fact, Fatu is dead. It was only... No, we do have two survivors still available. Got a Hunter, got a Jockey, got a Spitter as well. Spitter gets picked. They do land a very brief double cap, but CDC will be able to live with 6-7 points. Ryan Samerson saying, finally. Yes, dude.
Okay, this seriously hurts.
Thank you for trying to help, Presto. Yeah, I'm not that tech literate, so I was like, dude, just like, you know, just try validating, bro. Smoker Charger, 2-2 with the Spitter. I like the aggressive hit from Yushone. Charge from the side, taking a long path, and he's not going to capitalize on it too much. Spitter comes out with the boom, some smacks, and CDC are allowed to continue racking up some points. Pinnacle of movement being shown from both teams. It is high MS. Okay.
Reloading.
Smoker, Hunter, Jockey, and one more for Yoi. Yoi will be joined by, like I said, Yushone himself, as well as POV. I'm not sure who Yu is. Who is this Yu player? Young boy, of course. Landing the Hunter, landing the Smoker, landing the Jockey, but it's just not really, you know, it's just tickling them for the most part. They're going to be able to continue on. Just kidding. Down he goes in the comments. I was looking at the bonus like, well, the bonus didn't really move, but they did accomplish getting one player down, which will slow everything down quite a bit. And Rochelle needs to clear, but she's reloading as the smoke comes out. Charge covering that. Hello. Hello, smack. Hello. Smoker's still available here. Can he cover? No. Hunter gets clear. Charger. Boom. Boom. But into the dust pit, and they will go down. Alcaru with the understand it, cheering on Khalsa team. I feel you, Presto. I will. I'll go ahead and copy paste that. I'm sorry, copy that and save that. Copy and paste that into a notepad for the future. But in the meantime, it is the replay from Yushone himself, the original Yushone Warrior, and this was just this was Khalsa team making things a little bit too easy at the beginning of the fight. cornering themselves. And really, if the warrior is set up over here, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for the tank to actually find that early hit in that early corner. So I expect us to see that. That being said, Jockey all the way on the other side. They do get a pretty damn quick clear, all things considered. Not too much of a carry away, but still 10% on the play will be a very happy CDC. Yushone at 57 HP. POV at 86. We do have 2 players still on 100. Could try to manipulate that a bit. There is no hittable for this tank. Smoker, Spitter. Let's get the spit cam. Spit cam brought to you by Kool-Aid, Pineapple, Dat Big Guy. Nice.
Sorry, no.
83.6%. Sure, the spitter didn't land. If it did, it would have been even more devastating. So it would have been looking at over a 10% per hit average. But it's still going to be some really nice early chip by CDC. Keeping Yushone Warriors ingredients in check, you know, making sure that no scandalous materials have permeated the food and beverage. I'm sorry, that's the FDC. That's my bad, y'all. CDC keeping the virus in check here. How about that? I was close. FDC was really close. Smoker, Charger, and a Jockey. This tank brought to you by Dr. Fauci. Some love him, some hate him. Either way, the rocks are not landing. This is interesting for Chapienso because he is second pass, 60%. He's been playing the rock game, all right. I mean, sure, play on playa, but it hasn't been particularly crazy. He's gotten 10%. There's that, but he's gonna have to go in. He did bide enough time. Charger, Boomer, Hunter, Boomer in here. Okay, it's gonna take his time. Missing the first smack into the invisible wall here. Easy corner on Ellis. Boom does eventually drop in for a quad. Hunter landing too, but the thing is, Chapienso is dead. Hello? Can we shoot the tank? Yes, we can. A little Charger action as well. But all 4 Yushone Warrior members survive. It definitely wasn't clean, but it'll get the job done. The most shocking part of this entire engagement to me is that no one has crashed. I know fans of The Secret are like, dude, don't bring that into this world. Stop saying that shit. But it is true. It's worthy of note. No one has crashed yet. It's pretty cool. Decent enough clear by Yushone Warriors. Double boom on the front line. 400 bonus left. And again, it's messy, but it's getting the job done. They're all fast. They've got an extra set of pills to pass around. Yushone doesn't even need to pop them yet because he's sitting. Okay, he's going to pop them. Cool. They've made it over the gate, but have they beaten the clock? Yes. CDC is going to go ahead and back it up.
Did you shoot me?
This is an amazing hit. I like this recognition by Casa team. Sometimes we see teams just like ripping this here, And it can get some damage, but in my opinion, this is a recognition of the fact that this is a premium hit for this premium spot. So much damage output potentially in this house, in this room. There is the down below area as well with the stairs. They're going to kind of do a split, which is a little bit crazy. Eventually going to reroute. Charger's not spawned in yet. Hunter not going to get skeeted. Eventually finds a way. Charger getting some smacks, runs out of it. Young boy doing a good job of avoiding, but Yukshone will eat a good chunk regardless, and that's the problem with that Charge Hunt Juxtapiz. Even if you don't really land the tools that you need, you can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be some insane damage output just from like a stumble, you know, so Charger smacks. It's just such a great spot for that hit, and Kalsa team do what they can at that area. Charger and a smoker for this final area, and I would love for them to not send again and to just wait. I see them eyeing it. Okay, Boom goes ahead and sacks. They are perma-slow, so it is what it is. I'm curious if they passed up any pills over here, because I don't think they've gotten any pills. Doesn't seem like it. So we are going to be looking for death charges here. They're going to be looking to get the remaining bonus of Yukshone Warriors instantly. There is a potential death smoke spot right here, especially in Division 2. Teams just seem to not really be clued in about the potential. So they're not going to go for it. Charger just going to cash in damage here. And all right, that's fine. Imagine if the smoker, well, I guess it wouldn't have really been far enough. Chuba Nutli. Thank you so much for the raid. As the survivors are going to be walking it in for Yukshone Warriors. 198 to about 650 unless they can chain together a charge. Rochelle kind of already waiting in the safe room. Got to be careful. Charger does have 2 big spawn available. Is going to roll it in. Yeah, finds Rochelle. The spit on the... Okay, that's working. Rochelle goes down.
Everyone in here.
Dude, and they... guys. Okay. I guess they're already at 0. I think that they could have gotten some DB back there, but that's fine. Chuba Newtley says, nice game. Yes, thank you very much. This is Yukshone Warriors up against the CDC themselves, Casa team. It's a rolling raid. Yes. Okay. Yes. Privyet. We've got a Mazita play as well, saying Yukshone Warriors, let's go. Yeah, sorry if I butchered y'all's names, but it is great to have the Russian viewership in here. I'm sorry that I don't know more than Privyet to be able to welcome y'all in further, but it's great to have y'all in here. Watching back this tank, the boom was amazing, but it was too late. It was simply too late. Smoker, Charger, Jockey, Boomer, and actually, Casa team wants to send in the... Is this a thing? Sending in the smoker from the safe room? Okay, Charger comes to Smoker. Smoker does it. Clean. Charger getting smacks. Okay, 4%. They will cash that in.
Reloading here.
Look out!
Oh, what the hell are you doing?
Reloading here.
Nice hit from the CDC to start us off. Second tank for them is going to be coming in shortly, but they're actually going to allow CDC to get another hit if they want. I would like to, if I was CDC, I would love to send it in earlier, but so that you can get the 4th SI in this. Instead, they're not going to get a Hunter. And they're still going to have a job. Oh, nice clear by Yoi. Some spit. Key to truth. I know that too. Okay, you don't need to flex on that. I think we all know that one. Shout out my Dota players. Y'all are messed up in the head. Just kidding, I play League of Legends. I'm projecting. Alright, double boom. And Nox is here bringing in this car from, I don't know, from this side. 5,500. Okay. I mean, not a bad launch. Dude, you are so dead, Rochelle. Dude, park it on his head. Yeah, you're gonna grind it out as well, big dog. Okay, POV is gone. That was an interesting way to start it. Nox is just gonna hop in. If it's a job, charge comes out, why not? E-rock that, boom. Smoke from behind, boom. Cash that in, wait. Clear the smoke tongue? No. Ellis, chopping it up. Oh, close the door, yeah. Trying to find it back around, he's gonna walk into the jockey. No, he wins the 1v1 there, okay. Nox trying to finish the job, trying to kill off this smoker, and he does, but the guy's already down, is he not? Yes. POV, dead. Yushone Warrior and Young Boy both down. 1,400 HP left. Dude, if he lets this, dude, I cannot believe you've done this. I cannot believe you have done this, but no, they should be able to finish this all the same. Beautifully done by Kausa team. I mean, this was so unnecessary. Honestly, wow. 136 is all that Yushone Warriors is going to be able to find. Feeling a little bit bad for the CDC. Let them get one through. That was insane. Six Macy asks, are these teams 2-2? Let me look it up. They are 3-1. Actually, they are 3-1. I had a feeling that they weren't 2-2. They are 3-1. Dim Jin Cancer, welcome in as well. Charger, Jockey, Smoker, and a Boomer. And actually, Yushone Warriors looks like they want to go aggressively as well, which is interesting. Charger goes from around the back through the kitchen, trying to cook them up some kind of special, some fish of the day. But instead, he's the one who gets fried. 0.3% is all that they will find. Again, hit not coming in time. This was much less of Yushone Warriors just, wow, charge spit. Still going to find a way. No, spit too far, right? Still get some damage on it. Okay, Fatu. Going to be down to 81. So yeah, for that hit, it was less of the SI team not hitting in time and more of the Survivor team pressuring the tank spawn, which is what I felt like Yushone Warriors should have done in the first place. I say that, but actually the SIs hit pretty aggressively, so they kind of had the spawn up and they just didn't take it on CDC side. But who cares, because CDC got the wipe. Still gonna have the smoker alive for YW. I'm curious. Do we? Okay, Hunter, Smoker, and a Jockey. No Charger. And Charger's actually, coincidentally, been such a huge tool for teams. But it is easy to dodge around in theory. But look at this. They would have stacked up right through the safe room door, allowing a multi-charge if they had gone for it. Instead, POV is going to get a player into the corner on the back of a Jockey. Everything gets cleared up, and this is just going to be a singular cap. POV is going to try to do what he can to stay alive, but let's be real. This is basically done for. Yeah, POV goes down, and this is a wonderful take by CDC. A single in-cap in this area for Division 2 is a wonderful take.
Nice job, man.
There's no doubt about it. As we do have the rolling tank death coming out from Yukushone Warriors. It is going to be the Jockey Charger in response. Spitter gets picked. Boom comes over for 3.
Reloading here.
I actually don't know what SIs are next for Yukushone Warriors.
Reloading.
But they will have something decent. Smoker, Charger, Hunter, and a Spitter. I wonder if they want to sack the Spitter. Again, I wasn't paying much attention, so if they sack the Spitter, it might be a Boomer. The industry standard here at this spot is to go for a quad no matter what. That is just the industry standard. Yukushone Warriors is obviously more than capable of making some magic happen with a tri-cap and spit in this area.
Ammo here.
It's just not the standard. It's not what the top SI teams are really angling for.
They're coming.
Charger going for the ghost hop spawn. Ellis blocks it for the meantime, and he's scrambling, trying to find it. Now Nick takes it. Eventually, they're going to have to leave the room. No, not necessarily. Especially if the Hunter already spawned up on top, looking around, eventually springing its trap, and Nick just plants it in there. Charger has to climb up and around. Smoker, Charger will not work. And what happened there? I don't believe he was capped. I didn't even think he was that low of HP, but he goes down, standing in the spit, charge, multi-charge, but Ellis will be able to slowly stand back up. He says, I'm good. Mazita Play asks, is it Yukushone Warriors' first game? No, this is actually their 5th game. They've won 3 and lost 1 to this point.
Reloading here.
They are one of the top ranked Division 2 teams in RBT 8.
Reloading. Watch out.
Currently struggling against Casa Team. Casa Team is threatening a massive lock-in, but it doesn't matter if you're the lowest ranked Division 2 team or the highest ranked Division 1 team. Everyone seems to struggle with this final area, so we can't wait too much, but they're going to hit. That is incredible. What a decision to hit there after they press a button, sending in the hit, and now CDC can just rush forward into the safe room.
Reloading.
I don't know.
I reckon if this keeps up, I'm gonna die.
This was a crazy decision, and Casa Team is definitely going to try to just rush this down. That is the game plan for them. If they don't, gonna try the jumps, gonna slow it down, gonna give them that extra hit. I don't blame them. They don't really, I mean, they have so much bonus, right? Double cap on both sides. Rochelle takes one and Ellis takes the other. They both clean them up decently fast enough. 600, 560 bonus left for the survivors. It's going to be a nice lock-in for Casa Team. That much is for sure. Going from pretty large deficit the first chapter to huge gain going into chapter 3. Walking it in. Should be able to lock it up. Yes, they will. $13.26 to $6.68. Wow. Now doubling the score of Yukushone Warriors, and the Russians have got some work to do as we go into the 3rd chapter. Watching back this engagement from POV, I mean, this is exactly what CDC wanted to get away with. You can see they all file single file straight through the safe room door, not going in it, but you know, chargers have been waiting around that door the whole weekend, and whether they knew or they didn't that a charge was available, I mean, Casa Team has seemed pretty on top of it, so I wouldn't be surprised if Casa team did know, yo, there's no charger here, we can get away with this. No stumble or anything. They just close the doors on him. You know, maybe like a jockey getting in there and stumbling some players, something. But now at this point, there's just nothing that the tank can do. The jockey's dead. There's no tri-cap potential. Smoker is just kind of a non-factor. It's going to get cleared so quick. And this was really well played by Casa team, shutting it down. Hunter, Boomer, Jockey, and a Spitter. The Ballerina 2-2 available for Yukushone Warriors. In they go, but CDC is already wrapped down below. Hold on, Fatu being brought all the way back out. That gets cleared. Nice clear with the triple boom, even. But look at how, I mean, it could have been even more if he had gotten brought back into the safe room. But still, look at how much damage it is. 17, 18%. Nick is even struggling just to get into the door. What a beautiful hit from Yukushone Warriors. CDC grouping up quite a bit and still getting a player stranded. Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, and a Charger. It is a quad available. Smoke Tongue is going to spawn in early, and that's not finding a whole lot. Charger, Hunter. Oh, I'm sorry, the Hunter almost falling through the glass. What happened? Okay, we had to hang. I was like, dude, was just a jockey hang. Wait, hello? Nice hop from Nick to bring in the horde, and they sink their teeth into Casa team again. The massive hit. This time it is just going to be a 2-2 Smoker and what? I think maybe either a Hunter or a Charger. So there is the potential for this smoke charge setup. We actually have seen teams get charged off. Do I think that Casa team is going to be one of the teams that could potentially get charged off? No, I don't. I don't think that going for the cheese is really the right play here. Casa team has been pretty on top of it. Charge comes out all the same. He's going to get vaporized. Absolutely. Triple boom. Standing spit is the aim. No goal is found. They do shut down one hit from Yukushone Warriors and continue on. Calling the go-go. 38% tank, and this is actually a pretty scary tank. I think it's going to be spawned in indoors. I think that Casa team should be just barely able to reset. Beautiful skeet on the Hunter. Smoker dead. Just going to have the Jockey Spitter. The thing is, I don't think the SIs really want to send in this situation. They need to keep the survivors trapped inside, because if they get a trapped inside tank here, it's basically a free wipe for Yukushone Warriors. But if the survivors get out of this area, either through the fire escape, maybe could be a good option. Right through here, then charge comes in right as the tank spawns. Tank is able to Spitter. What the fuck is that, dude? What about here? What about blocking here? Tank is going to be there, but all the SIs are dead. He's just going to roll it in regardless. I think that Young Boy should die from this pretty simply. 2200 HP left. Fatu goes down. Young Boy decommits. He should be able to get the pickup. I don't know. I might have misspoke on the Spitter, to be honest. Like, so what? Even if the Spitter blocked them over there, it's not like they had any SIs following up. But if they had just only sent in the Spitter and nothing else, maybe it could have been a little bit different regardless. This is what the situation that we're in now. A double charge straight into the car, but Young Boy is not ready for it, and he goes down.
Yes. I can use these pills.
Young Boy chooses to engage at a prime spot with no SI support. Again, I think if they had just held everything but the Spitter, it might have gone a lot better for Yushone Warriors. The way it stands, there is plenty of room for them to take out the bonus because we're looking at a situation where it's mostly DB that is bonus left. 308 points is the DB remaining. 299 mostly centered on Master here. And not just that, but we're going into the sewers, which is an extremely important, extremely SI favored part of this chapter. Nice spread, plenty of damage, no safety corner. They're going to feel the heat from that one. 2 players permanently slow. And Yushone Warriors are just going to try to snowball effect.
Reloading.
Will CDC be able to beat them into this area?
Damn it. Smells like people been living here.
Mazida play saying he needed to just try to take a car or just wait for support. Those were all good options. I agree. He wasn't given a lot of great options for there. I think the reason why he sent it in is because that is typically such a good spot for the tank. But solo tank, not really going to be it. That being said, Fat2 gets knocked down below, and he goes down. Spit comes out on the pickup. Rochelle standing in it for a bit. The DB has been getting decently drained. Still got plenty of HP there centralized on Ellis. But they're going to have to take another hit. And they're probably going to have to take a hit on the pipeline as well. They're probably going to have to take 2. Probably a third after that if they survive that long.
Ammo here.
Jockey Charger with the boom spit. It is the Jockey Chan. Into the corner. Spit comes out. M2'd away, but it's too late. All of them swimming inside of that spit. Backstroke. Backstroke. Forward stroke. Beautifully done by YW.
Man, I like to see you like this. Come on now. Yeah, let me help you up.
Thanks, Ellis. I guess
No bonus left.
anyone else feel
All
like
a
that
distance
right
game for Costa team at this point.
now? Careful.
200
Smoker.
points to get into the safe room. Hello? Thought he was screwed. Not quite. Smoker's still alive. 5 seconds left until he can go in for more. And yeah, there's definitely, absolutely still going to be able to get this pipeline hit. We got Nick, Fat2 trying to clear the way, but he's black and white.
Reloading.
I mean, it could be a nice bait if he gets an SI to send in here, because at this point, realistically, Yushone Warriors should just be waiting for the top area. Charger, Boomer, Jockey, and a Smoker, they don't really need Spit here. I mean, Spit could be nice for sure, but just going to cash it double charge with the boom. Down goes 1, and Fat2 is dead. Smoke pull, and the smack. They go down, 598. Mission successful, in my opinion, for CDC, but Yushone Warriors did eventually get them down, preventing any sort of catastrophic bonus lock-in, for example. We're actually going to watch back this initial hit, which was nasty. Hunter, I think, got some damage on that. The spit is in, not getting cleared. The jockey carry away as well. It honestly doesn't look that crazy, but the damage was plentiful for sure. Got the ballerina to start us off. Getting style points from Yushone Warriors side. And we've got some options for how Yushone Warriors on their survivor side want to deal with this. I really like the 2-and-2 method, especially when you've only got 2 cappers. Puts a lot of pressure on the SIs. Maybe to try to like go for inside the safe room for two for double cap. Nick drops down, takes a little bit of fall damage, but nice skeet. And the hit gets dismantled. So besides a little bit of fall damage, they take absolutely nothing. And this is the exact sort of start that Yukushone Warriors was hoping for. Beautiful start. They do get left behind, of course. These two Boom players get absolutely left behind by Yukushone Warriors. They've got bigger fights ahead, I suppose. I mean, POV, just... I mean, they lot... Dude, I kind of undersold how big of a throw that was by Yukushone Warriors. They started... They finished the hit with 99.7%, and they ended up losing 10% to commons. And now the quad comes in, sending it in, fractured, Charger lands. What a joke. Charger getting full smackdown. That is crazy.
All right, weapons.
That is crazy. They're down to 83.1%. And the thing is, that's got to feel worse than the start for CDC because it was messy. It was grimy. It was not just like, damn, CDC played that well. It was like, what are we doing here? Hunter comes out, gets dealt with, Smoker Tongue cleared. No spitter on the play. Stacking into a quad once more for Casa team. They did do the same trick where they started the event without running down. It isn't a permanent event, so. Another quad charge on the... Dude, yep, taking him all the way down. Pound, pound, young boy goes down, drop down to the side. I didn't even notice. Eventually getting the clear onto Nick, but look at the damage. Look at the devastation. They've got to go all the way back if they want young boy. What has happened here? Now they can press a button, open up the entrance, the side entrance, and go ahead and pick up young boy. Boom comes out onto one player. Spitter available. Yeah, just going to prevent the pickup. Buy some time for the SIs to get up. Survive, 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 survivor, survive. Okay. Huh. Not the heart spray, bro. R110, welcome in. You came in at the perfect time. Survivor's thinking about taking it up top just for fun. Again, you know, why not? Obviously, this is going to be a devastating thing. This is probably just a tank wipe, if we're being honest. And Yukushone Warriors are going to need an insane Chapter 4. Of course, we'll get to see it play out before we make any final judgments. But that's my, you know, authorized, or rather unauthorized prediction. Yeah, this stream fucking sucks, dude. Welcome in, Fiber. Fatu is going to be bringing it out. We don't have a spitter this time. The Boomer is going to try to buy some space. Tank is going to let them through and then maybe go for the car after that. Oh, they didn't actually fall for it. And now Fatu, the Charger spawned on the back, which is interesting. Not going to be great. Down goes Joy. After 2 hits and he doesn't pop his pills. Double smacks with the jockey. And surely this is going to be the wipe. Rochelle, where you going, girlfriend? No. On the pickup, though. Hold on. No. Just buying time. And that will be that. As Fatu locks it down. That's what I'm saying, R10. All right, watching this back. This was the quad. And this is one of the dangerous parts of bringing in that event without starting the event without dropping down. I'm assuming the jockey carried him down and didn't hang him. We just saw Yukshone Warriors attempt the same thing on the SI side, and the player was hanged. So I need to watch this back to really understand what happened here for Yukshone Warriors. Was it luck? Was it some kind of mechanic that they did a better job of taking advantage of? Was it a stumble? Maybe it was like some I don't even know. I don't know what happened to young boy there. If anyone wants to break down the mechanic that led to that, feel free to in the chat. I can fill you in on the upcoming matches. We've got in 1 hour, we've got Imperium versus Thunders. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Peru, we've got Peru Rejects versus Shinigami for Division 1. And for now, we get back into this game. A setup hit, Hunter Smoker, 2-2. Not going to be able to find it.
Weapons over here. Reloading.
Smoke, hunt, spit, stumble through the spit. Nice hit from Yukshone Warriors, stacking onto Nox, getting some damage spread around too. Beautifully done. Adding up to 9%.
Reloading.
Ammo here.
Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and a Boomer. No smoke through this area. Smoker can be kind of annoying. It doesn't look like Yukshone Warriors are really going for any shenanigans here. They just want to wait for Costa Team to drop down and then hit them there. We'll watch from one of our shotgun's perspectives as they drop down. They all head to the side together, dodging the charge. Nice skeet. Hit is absolutely dismantled. 69% tank, going to be in the hands of, I think, Yoi? Yes, it will be Yoi.
Reloading.
Another great follow-up hit. My concern here is if they hit here, Costa Team might be able to just run it down. Another shutdown of another Hunter. Smoke charge, not going to work. Spit pick. No damage taken by CDC in the last two hits.
Reloading.
I am not climbing into. Screw it. Let's go.
Follow the tracks, guys.
Jockey. Not able to. This whole weekend I've been waiting for a player to get jockeyed off the cliff, and it just hasn't happened. CDC are locking it down. Yukshone Warriors looking like a circus act right now. And Costa Team are the ringleaders. Backing it up to this area with the Humvee, very typical spot for the survivors in this area. Makes it really difficult for the SIs to be able to get any spawns to speak of. Smoker around the tree. Hunter gets skeeted again. Jockey spit. Not going to pan out. You know, it's some chip here, it's some chip there. I'm curious about the friendly fire. Yeah, it's been a lot of, it's actually been a lot of friendly fire. It's been about 24 points of friendly fire, probably more than that now. And at this point, I think the highest damage factor for Khalsa team is actually friendly fire. If you look at the damage totals of the Yukushone Warriors members individually, they have all done less than the combined friendly fire of Khalsa team. Now that skeet will not land. This could be huge separation. Smoker, but he kind of just gets brought in to the clear. Boom, stumbling the Smoker, and it gets cleared quick. Going onto the bridge. Now that the train car has been moved, they should have pretty clear passage in the initial sequence, because we are going to have this area that's not protected. Jockey's available. No time to rip it. And they're going to back it up. Ballerina. Look at Nick. Nick does not care. So what are you going to do? Jock me? Yeah, right, dude.
Weapons here.
The hunter, I heard the death rattle of the hunter in the meantime off on his side. He just said, screw it. I'm fuck it, dude. I don't even want to be alive anymore, dude.
Guns here.
69% tank. Do they run it back? Surely not. Surely they just set up here and deal with the logs and lock it down.
Reloading.
Hello. Hi. Jesus Christ. Talk about some damage. I guess everybody was just reloading or whiffing on that one. That's gonna be the best hit so far, just the Charger smacks. You know that self-kill Hunter is not rivaling that damage. That much is for sure. Gonna have another boomer hopping in, gets dealt with. CDC is backing it up. The AI play from CDC, I suppose. Second pass, 85% frustration. I think that they are angling for an AI tank here, and to be honest, I think they're probably gonna get it. Actually, he might be able to keep vision. Jockey M2 away. The survivors are definitely taking their time. Yoi, 20%. Hunter comes out. As by the time he gets up, they might be able to keep vision, but he can't. Now they're gonna chase it. Whoa. Okay. 10%, 5% has to roll it in at this point. Casa team, really impressive with their maneuvering here, but it might come back to bite them because the hit's gonna come up right now. 2k HP left on Yoi. Pretty dangerous spot to be standing around in. Doesn't hit him off the cliff, and Yoi goes down. Jockey. Charger? Wow. Okay, well, that was certainly a way to deal with that tank. I mean, Khalsa team is impressive. It was pretty dangerous in the end. It felt like they kind of did a halfway play where they're like, we're going to AI you, but then we're just going to kill you. And I do wonder if that was really the ideal play. It started to get really dicey at the end, and I do wonder if maybe a Division 1 team would have just locked that down. But as it stands, Yukushone Warriors were not able to fit those pieces together to be able to lock it down, to be able to find any kills, any knockoffs. anything like that. It got pretty dangerous, but hey, Casa team seems to thrive in danger.
These here zombies are trying to kill me.
Tricap with Spit available for Yukushone Warriors. I'd love to see them just send it, but not really. I mean, Jockey's so far away. Hunter coming in, getting skeeted again. Casa team just getting these free skeets, not really feeling any pressure from any other SIs and just saying, all right, well, we'll just skeet you again.
Nice shot. Heads up.
Look out! Reloading.
I'm not lying, this hurts.
Gotta admit, even if it hasn't been the absolute cleanest play from Casa team, it has certainly been enthralling. It's been very fun to watch, very engaging, and I definitely want to cast more of them. I think this was the first Casa team match that I've casted so far, and they're even playing with a ringer.
I don't feel right.
Hunter Charger. This is a good hit for Yukushone Warriors. They go really aggressive. Okay, I mean, with the hop land, Spit does too, doesn't get picked. Slow, get up, and Master goes down. They still got a lot of more bonus to work through, though. We got 2 players with tons of permanent health. Going to be able to get a free pickup as the boom brings all the commons away from the down player, and Nick is able to just pick him up for free. As we go forward, I'm curious about this medicine cabinet as well. We have 1 set of pills available in the cabinet. Nox surely just gonna pop it. Yep. But into the double cap on the back line. Can they wallbang him? Yes, they can. Charger comes out. In the meantime, pulls out the bat, not fast enough, but still the Charger manages to miss. Down goes Nox. But hold on, because CDC is going to be able to keep pushing through here. Looks like they're going to be able to get full distance. And, I mean, again, against a Division 1 team, just getting full distance doesn't really put you in the clear here. But especially if they can hold on to this 300 bonus, it feels like it's going to definitely lock Yukushone Warriors out. You can't really count them out because there are so many points on the table still for Yukushone Warriors. Triple boom, Jockey, Smoker, Hunter. Find a double cap on the side. Rochelle not getting cleared. All the targets boom. And this is, you know, usually Casa team hasn't really let booms affect them that much, but that Smoker got so much free damage and he's dead. He's actually dead. So goodbye to 200 bonus at least. Nice Smoker clear. At least of the tongue, but we still got a hit. Charger, boom, gonna find Fatu. Another player down. Nox is down. It's going to be the wipe. No 300 points of bonus, and in fact, not even getting full 700 distance. So, can Yukushone Warriors find a way in is the question. They got a lot of work to do, but it does look somewhat possible now with at least that 300 bonus wiped away and what, 25 points of distance to sure, they'll take it. Infested in the building. What's up? He's dead. Crazy tank fight for sure. Nice shutdown to start off Yukushone Warriors trek through Chapter 4. Gonna need more of that. Absolutely gonna need the skeets, just like CDC had the entire time. Boomer goes in. Smoker is going to die off last. Maybe not. I thought maybe they don't even... Maybe they want to keep the Smoker in this situation, but no, they're going to choose to kill off the Smoker. It is going to be Charge Hunt Jock Spit for CDC as Yukushone Warriors presses on, again, needing a lot of bonus into the safe room.
Reloading.
If they get full distance, we're looking at 1,600 points for Yukushone Warriors, so they need at least a good, like, 600 bonus. Just possible. It's a little bit more than a third of the bonus. Finding a Hunt Spit. And that is really, especially with the jockey landing and dragging him through it some more, that's all that Khalsa team needs, is to keep finding that. You know what I mean? Every time that the hunter doesn't get skeeted and the spitter can follow up on it, and maybe a jockey can hop in and stack on the player, or a boom or charge stumble on the player, that's actually all that Khalsa team needs to lock this game down.
Reloading.
Very low bar.
Okay, that could have happened to anybody.
Rushing into a tri-cap. Hunter landing again. POV does manage to dodge a charge. Would have been an isolated charge off on his own, getting at least one smackdown, but he does manage to avoid it. With a jump, too, so he doesn't get stumbled. Eating up some common scratches, but the survivors do press forward. Starting the event.
I am not climbing into. Screw it. Let's go. Here they come.
No jockey shenanigans, but a big hit on the run back. Charger is honestly pretty bad here anyways, especially now that you've shown it. Well, it might have been good here. They're going to go ahead and rip it. Again, Hunter finds a way. Spitter is a little bit late to the party, but is going to be good. Smoke pull out of the spit. He says, get over here, boy. Damage from Khalsa team is good. As far as fighting this tank, I think that Yukushone Warriors need to just rush forward. Not necessarily rush forward, but they need to stand their ground. They don't need to AI this tank. They just need to dodge the logs. Another hit coming out as Youngboy, or Yukushone, Youngboy is slow. They did get a double cap on the back, on the front. It's a rolling, not tri-cap, as the jockey carries around to the other side, and that is surely going to be the end of the road. For Yukushone Warriors, Youngboy is dead even. What? POV goes down, and so do the dreams of Yukushone Warriors. Nice. Another player dead, and a double cap will finish the game. GG's come out. Well played. It all falls apart in the blink of an eye, just due to Youngboy being slow and not wanting to pop the pills. Look, Rochelle leaves him. He's been left. And that is exactly when Khalsa team strike. The jockey, the charger, creating some friction. Charger gets cleared quick, but it means that the jockey is able to carry on the complete opposite side of the road, and that is the end of it. It was a good game, but ultimately Khalsa team giving Yukushone Warriors the smackdown after a pretty startling beginning by Yukushone Warriors. I thought that they were going to have it quick and clean. Instead, that was not the case at all. I am just going to go ahead and leave the stream up, because in about 30 minutes, it will be match time for our next one, and there are no other matches going on right now. So I'll just leave the stream up. We're going to be going into Imperium versus Thunders, another Division 2 match, in about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, going to be on my stream as well. Maybe we can get a certain co-caster in the building. We'll see. But regardless, yeah, we got Infected Hole in the building. Shout out to Hambone, but we are going to go ahead and take a moment to pause, listen to some shitty music, and then we'll be back in about 35 minutes. Just kidding. It'll probably be more like 45 because these players are going to take forever anyways. But I'll see y'all then. There.
Well, it can only get better, right?
We're not going any further on this road.
Nope. All right, let's roll. Reloading.